Alrighty, howdy y'all. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of a 4x2 White Creek apartment. So right here, this is in building A on the 5th floor. So you get a nice view outside of the courtyard, which is really nice. In the living area out here, you get the kitchen area. It's just my towel and stuff out there, as well as a full kitchen. So you got microwave, full fridge, as well as the stove and oven. And the light switch over here, in case you're wondering what that does. If I just flick this, it's the light to the stove. So got front door over there, as well as the washer and dryer, which is nice. They're both side by side here. On a 4x4, they might be stacked here. There's a bathroom over there, but that has my roommate's stuff in it, so I'm not going to be showing that. Also, if you want to watch TV or anything in here, you're going to need to bring your own. They do not provide it for you, but they do provide the TV stand as well as the outlets. Alrighty, so I'm going to be showing the inside of one of the bedrooms for White Creek. So you can see that this is a full bed. I'm here for the summer, so any of y'all that lived on campus can attest that regular on-campus beds don't have a full-sized bed, so that threw me off for a bit, so keep that in mind when you're trying to get bedding or things like that. It's also not as highly lofted as a typical dorm would be, but you don't have that guardrail that you would have in other dorms, so that's not there either. But there is still the chance to de-loft it, so if you want it slightly lower than the way it is now, you can get a mallet and lower it, as you can see right here. We also have the drawers right here, and you get quite a bit of drawer space as well. So you can see there's quite a bit of drawer space, and that's the same for all of these drawers, and it's quite a bit, so you can see right there. And on top of that, you also have this railing for you to hang clothes off of as well as a shelf right on top. So if you want to hang more stuff up or leave some stuff up there, you are more than able to. There's also this desk situation. So you can see there's multiple outlets, one right here, one underneath the bed, and there's also one back here. So you can see they have this little opening here for you to put cords through, so that way if you have an extension cord or you have even like your computer charger, you can put it through that opening, so that way it goes through the opening to the outlet and you don't need to have your cords go everywhere. Another neat thing about this desk, just need to pull out rolly chair for 1 second to show this, is that these can extend outwards. It's something for this, and it's something for this little side piece over here. So if you ever need more desk space, let me try to extend this all the way so that way you can get a good look at it. You can extend it all the way outwards, and you can have even more desk space. So take a look at that. It's not an exact like half added on, but like it's a good chunk of that desk that you can extend outwards. So if you're ever needing more, don't feel like you have to bring an entire extra desk, because you have a little bit extra right there. And if you ever want to lock your belongings, these doors do lock, by the way. So you have your own individual room that you can lock. But if you ever feel like you need to lock it additionally, this can lock. I don't have a padlock on me, so I can't demonstrate, but it can lock. And I think it might already be locked, so I can't show you the inside of that one, but I can show you the inside of this one. And there's quite a bit of space in these as well. This one has the same amount, or at least similar to the other one. There's also a little cubby. So if you want to put something in a cubby rather than a drawer, you got that as well. Here's more outlets as well as Ethernet cables. I have not personally used the Ethernet cables, but I have heard people attest to them. So if you ever need those, then White Creek has got you. And that's something that's typical in like a lot of the housing for A&M, I'd say. And moving on to the bathroom, here we have more outlets. Ignore my hand towel. We have this mirror. This mirror is not full length. I'll point that out. And this isn't actually how typical 2-bath, 4 bedrooms are typically laid out. You can see that for here, we're in one full enclosed room. It's usually not one full enclosed room. There's usually a sink that's on the outside, and then the actual shower and toilet would be closed off. Let me turn on the lights for y'all. And as you can see here, I have my stuff in here. But this is more for disabilities and a disability accessible room. I'm all the way on the 5th floor, but there are elevators in White Creek, so it is able to be accessed if you have any mobility disabilities or things like that. Got the railings on the side, as well as this shower head right here that you can take off of the wall, and then one that's up here, and the 2 knobs that you can take off, as well as some shelving right there, but I set my stuff down on the ground. On top of that, we got the toilet all the way over here. And keep in mind, this bin and the toilet paper I brought myself. So you are going to need to bring your own bins. You're going to need to bring your own trash bags, things like that. And towel I also brought, because unlike community bathrooms that are at North Side or on campus, they will typically clean those out and things like that, but for White Creek, they're not going to do that, so you're going to need to do that all for yourself. Okay, I wasn't actually able to show this before, but I figured I might as well give you all an idea of what the bathrooms look like at White Creek, because it's always good to get an idea of what they are going to look like. This is on the ResLife website. If you look up reslife.tamu.edu/White Creek, it should pop up, and then you go to floor plan, and you can actually see the other floor plans too. You can see there's 4x4, 2x4, which I have this 4x2 bedroom floor plan. And then there's also the 2x1 bedroom floor plan. So if you have any ideas about like dimensions or sizing or any questions like that, you can always find them on the ResLife website. They likely have them, or contact their email or phone number. They should be able to provide you some information that I might not have. But as far as the bathrooms are concerned, this is basically what they're going to look like. There's going to be that sink on the outside, like I mentioned before, with that door that you can lock, with the toilet and the shower. There does appear to be some shelving in there that the ADA bathroom did not have, but the ADA bathroom also did have all of this enclosed in one space. So for my bathroom, it was basically just all of this space was enclosed, but for this one, it's going to be slightly open here, and that's that main difference. So as far as the accuracy of how this looks, I'd say it's fairly accurate. Just do keep in mind that things like rugs, towels, and stuff you're going to need to bring, they do show these floor plans as already furnished. So some of the stuff like the TV, notebooks, plates, and things are not going to actually be available to you. You're going to need to bring that yourself, but this is basically what it's going to look like most of the time. And here is the other room. I was going to do this earlier, but I didn't. So notice how it's mainly the same, just longer. And this is another disability room, so I'm not going to show a lot of this stuff because I did explain it already. But there is a lower railing in case you're not able to reach the other one. So the railing and shelf situation is the main thing that's different, as well as lengthwise, it's different. But it's mainly the same sizing, just slightly longer. So I'm trying to give y'all a full view. There we go. Hopefully this is helpful in showing y'all what White Creek looks like. If y'all have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them the best I can.